I've got to go in for lunch, so you'll have to keep watch for me. And if a bear does turn up, be sure to make him welcome. All through lunch, Jenny kept wishing for a real bear to be waiting for her back in the den. And then she hurried out to the shed with a tray full of special things for the bear to eat. But the den was just as she had left it. There was no sign of a real bear anywhere. "Bother," said Jenny. But she set out her tea things and her books just the same, and then sat down to wait patiently. Jenny and her bears waited, and waited, and waited. And just when it seemed that nobody was ever coming, there was a knock at the door. "Come in," said Jenny. And in stepped the biggest, brownest, friendliest looking bear she'd ever seen. "Hello," he said. "I hope you don't mind me popping in, but I've come all the way from the wild north searching for somewhere to spend the coming winter. And this is by far the cosiest looking place I've found." "Of course I don't mind," said Jenny. "I made this den specially for bears, and I've been wishing for a bear all day." Then Jenny sat the bear down and told him to help himself to the food. He had buns and biscuits and jelly, which he thought was wonderfully wobbly, but he was not at all sure about the tea that Jenny poured out for him. He said, "This cup doesn't look very full. What sort of tea is it?" "It's pretend tea," said Jenny. "Oh, that's all right then," said the bear. "Pretend tea is the sort that bears like best." And he drank it all up in one go. Then Jenny showed the bear her books. "Which one would you like first?" she asked. "The happy one or the sad one?" "The sad one," said the bear, "as long as it's not too sad." But it was too sad. Blubbered the bear. "Stop it, you're making me cry." And big tears ran down his furry face. So Jenny read the funny story to cheer him up. "Ho, ho, ho," roared the bear. "No more, no more, my sides are going to split." And they both rolled around on the floor until the whole shed shook. "Oh, that was fun," said the bear. "What shall we do now?" "I've got this," said Jenny, holding up a small bottle. "Bubble mixture?" "However did you guess? All bears love blowing bubbles." Outside, Jenny and the bear blew hundreds of shimmering bubbles. "You're very good at this," said Jenny. "My whole family are champion bubble blowers," said the bear. By the end of the day, Jenny and the bear were the closest of friends, so she was very sad when he said that it was time for him to go. "But you said you'd stay the winter," said Jenny. "Yes, it's not winter yet, though, and I've got lots of things to do first." Then he gave Jenny a special bear hug and set off down the road. Jenny waved the bear out of sight and went indoors for supper. The next morning, Jenny jumped out of bed, dressed quickly, and ran out to the shed. But the den was empty. "What's the matter?" said Mum. "My bear's gone," said Jenny. "Cheer up," said Mum. "You know there wasn't really a bear, don't you?" The weeks went by and the weather got colder, but though there was still no sign of the bear, Jenny never forgot him. "There was a bear," she said to herself, "and he will come back. I just have to keep wishing." Then it was Christmas morning. When Jenny drew back the curtains and looked out of the window, she saw something magical in the snowy garden. "A snow bear!" she gasped. And then she saw the huge prints in the snow. She followed them all the way to the shed. Everything was silent as she carefully pushed open the door. "Surprise!" roared a chorus of growly voices, for the shed was crowded with bears, real bears of every shape and size, and right in the middle sat Jenny's bear. "I said I'd come back," he said, "and this time I've brought the tea, and there's plenty for everyone." "What kind of tea?" laughed Jenny. "Why, pretend, of course." "Oh, good," said Jenny. "That's the kind I like best." Sam and I are blowing really big bubbles. Wow! Wow! I wonder if our teddies would like to see the bubbles. I think they're having a tea party. Hey Sam, shall we go and blow some bubbles for the teddies? Yes. Okay, come on then. I'll see you next time. Bye. Up we go.
Storytime's back next week at the same time, 9 o'clock.
My favourite subject is...
Technical difficulties, stand by. ITV Manchester now off air. ITV Manchester, now off air due reacovirus. Now switch to ITV Crisis National Emergency Service. This is ITV Crisis National Emergency Service. Reacovirus hit ITV Manchester headquarters quickly. We now in emergency headquarters at Lincolnshire. Because we relocated to headquarters to Manchester to Lincolnshire. That preview. Good luck.